know what happened, but we certainly do know that this has become a very heated debate, the debate about net neutrality. There have been protesters
Security just cleared the room
all day long, and certainly
right now.
There have been protests going on throughout this debate, not just today, but today was the key vote that would overturn or lift net neutrality. Just to sort of remind you about what this is all about, these are a series of Obama.
They're in the middle of voting to keep net neutrality, and
the idea
during the speech, security just came in and told them all they had to leave everything behind. Just take their bodies and everything else is left.
That would give internet providers the ability to say
something happened.
People more
security
or less
breach
money,
probably
to access the internet, or charge companies like Netflix to use their internet. The idea being that these internet providers, they own the pipeline, and net neutrality would ensure that they couldn't also control the information flowing through that pipeline. But, you know, it's not a cut and dry deal. There are arguments on the other side as well that say net neutrality has actually restricted development and growth within the internet community. That, in fact, the internet, if you've been listening to some of the arguments, that in fact prior to 2005, the internet was working just fine. Innovation was occurring without the heavy-handedness, if you will, of the government intervening. And so the argument on the other side, and the argument is basically from these internet providers like Verizon and Comcast, is that if they have the ability, if they want to charge a company like Netflix that uses much more bandwidth, much more data, to charge them a little bit more, then they'll be able to use that money to further invest in innovations, to further invest in developing the internet, and who knows where things could go in the future. We don't know how we may be using the internet 15, 20, 30 years from now. Those who argue...
I'm going to tell you this before they vote. They're going to vote to keep net neutrality and net internet openness.
Charge the information providers whatever they want to, and that means that smaller.
It looked like in the corner over here. It looked like a dog's tail. They might be sniffing for bombs.
And they can't provide the information that the audience may be interested in having. So what has happened?
Yeah, he's walking around with the canine.
Just as the arguments for and against.
Yep, you see the dog over there? He's walking around with the canine, sniffing for bombs.
Just as Ajit Pai,
so that means that there was a bomb threat.
Of the FCC was finishing up his arguments. He was told that the room needed to be cleared.
He's walking around with the dog.
He was told that by security, and you can see there's no one in the room right now except for an officer. Two officers now.
Oh, there's another dog.
Looks like they're sniffing, trying to, search for something. What they're searching for, we don't know. I mean, often these dogs are trained to search for explosives. Perhaps there was some sort of threat that came in.
Sure there was. It doesn't take a dummy or a rocket scientist to figure that out.
It's a sort of heated topic, and Ajit Pai talked about the fact that he and his family have received threats online. People who are in favor of maintaining net neutrality, trolls on the internet have gone after him. They've gone after his family. They've gone after his children, criticizing and threatening. Sorry, who do we have on the phone? All right, David Nelson is joining me on the phone right now. So, David, this is sort of a stunning turn of events. But
Freemason
we were talking
symbol
earlier about just how heated this debate is.
It has been very heated. I heard your comments just before I came on air. And
well, my camera just went blurry. That's weird.
I know after I wrote my article for Yahoo about 10 days ago, the amount of attacks, some from bots, some from real people passionate about their end of their argument, but some of the comments were really just decided death threats. So I understand what's going on here. I understand there's a break going on at the FCC. I haven't contributed to any of that. I'm not sure where we're at right now.
I'll just let you know, the break was because security entered the room and told everyone they needed to clear out. There was clearly some sort of security concern, and what we're looking at now, because you can't see what we see, is officers going through the room, officers with dogs.
Okay, they're probably going to let the people back in now.
So we can presume there was obviously some sort of threat or something of that nature that caused the security concern. And
had to grab my coffee.
It was happening. It happened in the middle of Ajit Pai's closing arguments in favor of lifting net neutrality.
Today's date, I believe, is the 14th of December, 2017.
In our nation is really
Not too sure, didn't look at the date. Don't keep track of it. Don't really care.
I'm not quite sure what to say about it. Free speech is about defending the right of somebody who is screaming at the top of their lungs.
See, they're going to vote to keep net neutrality because it keeps an open and free internet for the society of all people. So that way, providers can't stop you from getting one source of information, because if all the providers decide they don't want YouTube on none of their internet sources, then YouTube goes and nobody gets a chance to speak out, which eliminates our freedom of speech. So they know that they don't want the freedom of speech being eliminated. They know what's going on. It's an attack on our freedom of speech.
Pointed out in a recent investigative report that quite a number of the comments that came in weren't even human beings; they were bots. People's
comments were bots. Did you hear them?
Some of the emails that came in were duplicates to the in terms of thousands of duplicates. So how do you know how to use this stuff? We're going to have to probably need some kind of identification system in the future. We're going to use the internet and use email as a way to comment on important issues like this and others.
Okay, guys.
And
that would be this right here, the identification system. If you watched the video all the way up to this point, you heard what he said.
How people were feeling about
Biometric Entry and Exit Act.
We're watching the screen right here as we're
that would be
officers go
facial
through,
recognition.
The room. Let's break it down.
Okay, I've got everything about it.
I think a lot of
and that would be the chip.
Confused about what it is.
Chip will wirelessly connect to your computer.
2005
your face
Obama era
will be your passwords.
But you know, the argument that
so the chip will activate your computer and turn it on.
Was that the internet wasn't broken before, and we didn't need these regulations.
And your face will be your password.
Why these regulations were put in place in 2005?
For everything.
It really since actually since 2000.
You won't buy, trade, or sell without the mark of the beast. Hi, hater.
You remember back then, a lot of people that
the beast is the hater. He hates me because I expose him with their words. These people's words. I expose the devil because they back up what I say and what work I've done here on all levels. I mean all levels, and that's nothing. I mean, I've gone into the earth and its weather. I've cracked all the puzzle pieces. I see the whole picture. I know everything that's going to happen, step by step, with everything.
In 2000,
all the way up to all of our deaths. The heating of the earth will go by fire this time. This is just a piece of what God was talking about right here.
Title II, and the internet was now being treated as a utility like your former phone service.
Artificial intelligence is coming at its finest. You think when that debate with the two AIs was fake and it was all jokes? No, they were being serious. The male AI said he wanted to take over the power grid and build a drone army. Well, what do you think that the one documentary there did Richie from Boston and all them did about the killer drones, the slaughter bots? Those of you who don't know, we're building them their drone army.
Net neutrality will have an impact on innovation. This
all ties into everything.
Net neutrality says it's essential for innovation. The side against it says that it stifles innovation. Explain that to us.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
Okay, well,
they're coming back in, are they? Yes.
Some valid arguments here on both sides of this issue. When we talk about innovation, somehow we only think about the next Facebook or the next Amazon or the next software package.
All right, so no bombs found then.
Innovation as well, and we're going to have to.
All right, guys, I'll keep you up to date. What's going on? Enjoy this video. This has been the eye of the hand. The eye sees everything.